This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Monica Dean. Let's get right into your top local stories. We're following developing news in City Heights, where an investigation is underway after a man was shot and killed by San Diego police. It happened just before 7 this morning near the intersection of Orange Avenue and 52nd Street, not far from the Colina Park Golf Course. Police were initially called to nearby Fay Elementary School for a report of a man sitting on a bench with a gun and a knife. Investigators say they attempted to de-escalate the situation, including deploying beanbag rounds and an AK and a K9 officer to subdue him, but it did not work. Ultimately, shots were fired. The man.
I was having my coffee this morning and I heard like 9 shots.
I was sleeping. Is what I was doing. I was in straight up dreamland. I woke up to the sound of someone who was agitated, and then I just heard what sounded like to me was somebody who had like a metal bar banging on something, like bang, 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 bang.
The man, who has not yet been identified, was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say a gun and a knife were found there at the scene. Typically, the San Diego Sheriff's Department handles investigations into shootings involving San Diego police per a countywide memorandum of understanding that prevents departments from investigating incidents involving their own officers. It's not clear why the State Department of Justice was called in this incident. It was a scary situation for parents and students and teachers when an anonymous threat forced 2 schools in the Claremont area to go on lockdown for a couple of hours. Police say an anonymous threat was made to Claremont High School's police department yesterday morning. The school contacted San Diego police. Both Claremont High School and nearby Marston Middle School were put on lockdown while police checked the area.
They said that we have like a lockdown to stay where we are, and then our assistant principal was like, it's like real, like stay where you are, don't move, don't make noise, like we'll let you know what's happening.
The lockdown was lifted around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Police determined the threat was unfounded. No one has been arrested. A Carlsbad community is still searching for answers this morning after a woman was killed outside of her apartment. Late Friday night, a woman was gunned down and her car was stolen from the parking lot of Ascend Apartment Homes off Carlsbad Village Drive. The thief then drove the stolen car up to Orange County, where he got in a shootout with police and was eventually killed. Now neighbors who saw the entire incident unfold say they're hoping for some answers.
I think it was personal and not random. And random, of course, is much more scary because it could happen again.
Carlsbad police haven't made a connection between the victim and the suspect, but say it was an isolated incident. A heads up for families thinking about next school year. San Diego Unified has opened its choice priority enrollment window for the 2026-27 school year. This program is for families interested in enrolling their kids in a school other than their neighborhood school. Some reasons might include different programs like STEM classes or performing arts programs. San Diego Unified plans to hold workshops on Zoom to answer questions on October 6th and 16th. The enrollment window closes November 3rd. Meteorologist Sheena Parveen joins us now with a look at your forecast. Hey, Sheena.
Hi there. As we head through the afternoon today, you'll notice it's going to be hot, feeling a little bit like summer, unseasonably warm for this time of the year. Sunny and dry, though, low 90s inland, low 80s at the coast. Mountains mid 80s, deserts near 100 degrees, and then a cooling trend as we head through the rest of this week, but it'll be more noticeable by the end of the week, Thursday and Friday mostly. So for the inland valleys, we'll be seeing high temperatures closer to the mid 70s on Friday. Could see a little bit of drizzle with that near the coast, and over the weekend feeling more like fall. Your 10 days coming up.
Thank you, Sheena. A movie coming out later this week is generating some Oscar buzz, and part of it was filmed here in San Diego County. It is called One Battle After Another. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio. The crew spent about 6 weeks in San Diego County last year filming some scenes. These are some images from Borrego Springs in June of last year. The county says Warner Brothers pumped about $7 million into the local economy with lodging, food, and paying extras and technicians. Sure, everyone in San Diego has heard the Padres are headed to the playoffs. Yes, they clinched their ticket last night. More on their path to October baseball. And you can say she's reaching for the stars. Coming up, the San Diego woman who's among the 10 candidates to become a NASA astronaut. Stay with us.
You count on deeper investigations.
Why didn't you just let her go?
I'm trying to keep our family together.
You count on getting a response. You count on a committed team looking out for you.
A lot of our small business vendors tell me that you owe them quite a bit of money.
In 2 languages.
¿Por qué piensa que ellos no hacen más?
You count on results.
And they said, you have your money back.
And getting answers.
Do you still feel let down?
It's a slap in the face.
This is NBC 7 and Telemundo 20 investigates and responds. Only on NBC 7 and Telemundo 20.